Lisa, and this is Lake Wylie Yoga Social.
Hi, I'm Missy, and we're in Lake Wylie, South Carolina.
And welcome to our second round of the Side Crow Vinyasa Yoga Series. We're going to get started today, but first we're going to talk a little bit about our intention. I was talking to Missy earlier, and this week we really wanted to focus a lot about the different senses. And Missy just reminded me about one of the senses I almost forgot, taste. Taste, yes. But we all have different senses that we kind of focus on a little bit more. I tend to be a very visual person. Some people really focus a lot on the sounds they hear, and some people more, it's what they feel, different touch, and some people are smells, different smells around them. And of course in yoga, we would like to hope smell isn't going to be the biggest influence on you.
Of course, or taste.
Right, exactly. Unless you have tea with you constantly, which I sometimes do. But really in a yoga class, a lot of it is going to come down to touch, your sight, and the sounds. But I'd like to really challenge people to focus maybe on one of those senses that you don't normally use as much. Because it's really easy to kind of go with the one that you use the most or the thing that you feel the most comfortable with. And to challenge yourself a little bit here on your mat and also outside of your mat in real life this week and every day to kind of go with, like I've joked with Missy before, to see with your ears and listen with your eyes, and really that means what if you couldn't hear or what if you could not see? You would actually really have to do that. And so I encourage you to try that on a little bit here. Maybe even close your eyes if sight is your biggest sense that you use. You can't really close your ears with class unless you put your hands.
Still follow instructions.
But you know what I mean. So maybe really try to focus differently in this class. So you really have to use your senses and really focus on that. Or maybe touch, really focus on grounding down your feet. What does it feel like? What do your hands feel like when they're stretched out long or above your head? Different things like that. So we're first going to get started right now using our breath. Our Ujjayi breath, what we use in yoga, helps to build a lot of heat and energy inside your body. To do that, we'll begin by breathing in through our nose, seal your lips, and breathe out through your nose. And we're just going to take a few rounds of breath doing that right now. And know at any time throughout the entire class, if you want to take an open mouth breath, you can do that. On your next inhale, let's bring our arms up over our head, and we're just going to take a nice gentle twist to the right here. And then take an inhale, bring your arms up over your head, and we're going to twist over to the left. And on your next inhale, bring your arms up over your head and just bring them back down to your lap. We're going to add on one more little twist here. So bring your legs out in front of you, a nice bend still in your knees. Plant your feet on the mat. Inhale, bring your arms back over your head, and we're going to twist gently over to the right again. Send your gaze behind you. And as you inhale, lengthen through your spine. And as you exhale, maybe send your gaze over your shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. And we're going to do that to the other side as you exhale. Gently come back to center, cross your legs, and we're just going to move to tabletop position. From here, we're just going to lower all the way down to our bellies, nice and gently. We're moving into a cobra, but we're going to bring ourselves up nice and gently at the count of 3. Let's inhale 1, 2, 3, and exhale, lower down 1, 2, 3. We inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. We're going to do that a few more times. Inhale 1, 2, 3, and exhale 1, 2, 3. We'll do 2 more. 1, 2, 3, and exhale. 1, 2, 3. Last one. and exhale down. We're moving into a modified version of floor bow. So we're gonna keep our forehead on the mat, kick your feet into your glutes. Then reach around to the outside edges of your feet. Now keep your knees hip-width distance apart. Forehead's gonna stay on the mat. Take an inhale, kick your feet into your hands, just lifting up through your hips, just reaching up through your glutes. Kick your hand into your feet, and then we're lowering all the way down. Maybe windshield wiper your feet a little bit here. We're gonna do that one more time. You can do that the exact same way, but if you'd like a little bit more, you can do the full expression of floor bow by lifting up through your chest. Take an inhale, lift up for floor bow. I'm gonna keep my forehead on the mat. And exhale, release. Plant your hands by your chest. Push yourself up to tabletop position. For threading the needle, inhale, raise your right arm up to the ceiling. And exhale, thread the needle under your body. If you'd like to, you can take that top hand and take a bind behind your back, or you can leave it out long in front of you. Press your left hand back into the mat. Lift your right arm all the way up to the ceiling. And then plant it back down. We're going to lift the left arm all the way up. And then exhale, thread the needle under your body. Again, you can always take a bind or leave it out long in front of you. Plant your right hand back in the mat. Lift your left arm all the way up to the ceiling. And then plant it back down. Our first downward facing dog here. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up and back. If it feels good, you can pedal out one foot, then the other. You can rock your hips from side to side. Press into both your palms a lot. And then inhale, look to the top of your mat. And exhale, very gently walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Set your spine and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up for mountain pose. As you exhale, take a little bind here with your hands, a steeple grip. So your hands are pointer fingers together. And as we exhale, we're gonna make small circles and continue to breathe. So you're gonna bind, take a back bend, and then roll to the right. Now you can make this big or small. We're just rotating through the entire spine. You just can make little circles like you're drawing them in the ceiling. They could be little circles or they'd be big circles. As you inhale and exhale. Press both your feet into the mat and then gently come back to center. Take a breath in and then exhale, forward fold. So hinging from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, squat, round, and curl. Come into a little ball, high up on your toes. And work this a little bit. So if you want to rock back and forth, you can, into your toes. You can always press into your heels if you want to get a little bit more of a stretch into the back of your foot, in your arch or Achilles there. And then moving your toes. And then inhale, plant down, rise all the way back up to mountain pose. We're going to take that steeple grip again. This time, we're going to go the opposite direction. So breathe in, and then begin to make your small circles or big circles. And if you want, you can let your hips move too. Take this so it feels good, but press into both feet evenly. Allow your entire spine to warm up. And take one more breath, then find your way back to center. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, we step back to a high plank here. We're gonna lower down to our knees, and we're gonna go into some cat and cow. So inhale, cow pose, drop your belly. And then exhale, cat pose. Inhale for cow. And exhale, cat. One more time, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Coming back to your neutral tabletop position. Bring your toes to touch, knees out wide, child's pose. Crawl your fingertips forward, allow your forehead to rest down. So are you breathing, using your senses, trying to figure out maybe which one for you is the one you're using the most? On your next inhale, come back to tabletop position. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. We're going to start our Sun A, Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel all the way to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, listen as we forward fold. Step your feet out, hip width distance apart. Exhale, bend into your knees, fold down, Malasana, yogi squat. Now, if this is hard for you right now, it's okay. Plant your hands on the mat. You can press into your thighs. Take a breath in and breath out. As we inhale, we're going to rise up to mountain pose. Squeeze through your glutes. Rise all the way back up. Toe heel your feet back to touch. Great job. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Sink the hips back. Arms fly behind you. Inhale, rise back up to mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to a high plank. This is a change now. Inhale, lift up through your core as if you're making yourself into a V. So it's not downward facing dog. This is a core exercise. Pressing through your toes like an ocean wave. We're going to roll all the way forward. Lift up through your upper back, then drop down to your knees. Then untuck your toes. Then allow your chest to fall and bend your head. Great job. From here, we're going to bring our arms out to a T. I might touch Missy again. That's all right. We're going to roll over onto the right side.
I'll move my arms so that you can roll.
That's all right. There we go. Taking this nice shoulder floss here, then roll over onto the other side. And just roll over there, allowing that shoulder to get that nice stretch. Then rolling back to center, pressing your palms by your chest. We're going to roll very slowly, lifting like a baby cobra first, then pushing ourselves back to a modified child's pose. Inhale, come to tabletop position. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. That is our Sun A. We're going to flow through that breath to movement. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel all the way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step your feet out, hip width distance. Take a breath in. And exhale, squat down, yogi squat. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, toe heel to touch. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to that high plank. Inhale, lift up to your core. Then exhale, roll like your ocean wave forward. Knees, untuck the toes, then chest. Bring your arms out to the T. Roll over onto your right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, roll over onto the other shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Bring your hands by your chest. Lift up baby cobra, then peel yourself back to modified child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that one more time. You ready, Missy? Ready. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel all the way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step your feet out, hip width distance. Take a breath in. Then exhale, Malasana. Inhale, rise up, toe heel your feet to touch. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, back to mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your high plank. Pike up through your core. Then exhale, take that rolling ocean wave. Knees, untuck the toes, chest, head. Bring your arms out to a T. Roll over to the right. Inhale, back to center. We roll over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Place your arms by your chest. Baby cobra. Roll all the way back. Modified child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And big breath out. All right, we're changing it up now. Inhale, raise your right leg high. In this right leg high, dial your right hip down so your toe is pointing towards the mat. Take one more breath in. Then exhale, low lunge. Step your foot all the way through in between your palms. Inhale, high crescent lunge. So your arms come up over your head. You want to dial your left hip in line with your right. So you're pressing a lot through the ball of your back toe. You're sinking deep into that front knee. Maybe you take the tailbone, try to tuck it down just a little bit. So okay if the back leg is bent. One more breath here. Then exhale, open arm twist over to the right. So really squeezing through your inner thighs a lot here. Inhale, reverse warrior. So we spin all the way open. High five the back of our mat. Exhale, low lunge. Cartwheel all the way down. Inhale, three-legged dog. We're going to lift the right leg all the way back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Same thing. Dial your left hip down. Point your toe to the mat. It's okay if the leg is not lifted as high. Exhale, low lunge. Step it through. Set yourself up here before we move on so your knee is stacked right over your ankle. Inhale, crescent lunge. So this time your right hip dials back in line with your left. Squeeze a lot through the inner thighs. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. So we're really squeezing the inner thighs, twisting through the upper back and core. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge, cartwheel down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift the left leg up high. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll flow through it again. Breath the movement. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're going to add on to that, but I want to know, Missy, have you focused or noticed anything with your senses? Are you finding that listening is easier right now? Or
Listening is much easier right now.
good. I love that. Inhale, raise the right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. So we're adding on. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, warrior two. So we're spinning all the way open, repositioning the toes, but this time the arms are out to a T. Send your gaze forward. Exhale, extended side angle. So shift forward, reach down and up. You can always place an arm on a thigh here. So we're going to add on to this. From here, you're going to reach down, place both hands onto the mat, spin forward. We're moving into a runner's lunge or lizard lunge. So toe heel, that front foot a little higher. You can stay in an active one, or you can lower your back leg down. You can always come down on your forearms. Take this how it feels best on your body here. So you can always stay up high in your palms. You can always come down on that nice edge of your foot and see that it's dirty underneath. Maybe you don't want to look at that. I don't.
At least I don't have to use my sense of smell.
Right?
Right?
Don't
See
do
that
that.
smell.
Wherever you're at, come back up onto your palms. Untuck your back toe. And from here, it's a big move. We're gonna step the left leg up to meet the right into Malasana. So lift it up, and then we're gonna squat down. Now here, you can stay right here, or you have the option to take crow. In crow pose, we plant the hands onto the mat. Come up onto your toes. Work your knees into your armpits or tricep area. Shift your weight forward, your gaze comes out. That is crow pose. Now if you want to fly your crow, you begin to lift one toe, then the other toe. Now, if you have something like a block, you can stand on that, or you can put that in front of you, but you want to use your core and your glute muscles to help lift you up. We'll just be here for 3, 2, 1. Come back, we'll all meet in Malasana. Squeeze through the glutes. Good job, Missy. Let's lift all the way back up. Toe heel, your legs to touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Our first chaturanga of today. We'll step back, come to that high plank. Shift forward, halfway, hug the elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, warrior 2. So we spin open, then exhale, extended side angle. And take a big breath in, and exhale, plant both hands, the inside of the foot, toe heel that front foot up. Take your runner or lizard lunge, however is best for you. Maybe you come down to your forearms, or maybe you keep them up here. You could always keep the back leg up in a more active runner's lunge. But still breathe, the most important thing. All right, wherever you are, come back to your forearms, untuck the back toe, lift the leg up. We know where we're going now. We're stepping up, Malasana. And of course, you can stay right here, or if you'd like to, you can take a second round of crow, or just keep working open the hips here in your Malasana. We won't be here too long, I promise.
Well, we gotta be here long enough for me to just get it.
Absolutely. You got it, Missy. Go, go, go. All right, we're here for 3, 2, 1. Where we're at, let's lift all the way back up. Toe heel your feet together, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and we'll take that chaturanga, stepping back, lowering down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel all the way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, mountain pose. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. And Missy's gonna face forward for this. We're gonna move into something called awkward series. And this is a form more of hot power fusion, but we're gonna add it on to help strengthen the legs and help us with our side crow. So we're gonna bring the hips out, the feet out, hip width distance apart. Bring the arms out and long in front of you, palms facing down, but release the shoulders away from the ears. We're gonna be lowering down into a squat slowly and then coming back up. So sink the hips down, here we go. Lowering down, sink down, keep the chest lifted, lifting up, sink down. We hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rising all the slow, slower, slowly. Great job. So this time, just release the arms for a minute, shake it out. We're going to do the same thing, but coming up on our toes. I'm really challenged with this one. So bring the arms up, release the shoulders, come up onto your toes. We're going to be lowering down, lower down. Now you don't want to actually touch your glutes to your heels, but still almost there. Then stay here. We go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly up, slow, slow, slow. Release the heels down. Shake it out just for a minute. Woo, woo. Now this time, we're actually going to come a little pigeon-toed here, so toes come in. You're going to start off with the heels down, but as you get lower, you're going to bring your heels off the mat. So arms come up, and we start to lower. Knees will come together, and then you'll need to pick your heels up, but don't let the booty touch all the way down. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, lift up. Woo. Ah, that was really challenging.
That is really awkward.
Woo, woo. That's why I call it Awkward Series. Woo. All right, well, we're just going to stop with one little thing before we go into side crow, a little bit of core work, just to really get that ready in there. So we're going to come back into a high plank, and we're going to bring the knees, we're going to bring it to the opposite elbow and come back. And then we're doing that right here. So it's opposite knee, opposite elbow. You've got this. And breathe. Get a little open mouth breath here. Here we go. We're just here for 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Great job. So if you have some water near you or tea or something, you can take a sip of that right now and then come back to your mat because we're going to do our little side crow. Yay! Get our side crow on.
I have a drippy hose.
All right, so last time we did side crow, I kind of showed you some different ways to kind of warm your body up into it. We're going to do that again really quickly since we already did that in the last video. But I like starting first on my knees just to get the feel of that twist. So we're going to start that same way just like before. So starting on your knees, just take your hands, twist, and bring them to the side of your body just to see how it feels to send that weight, almost like you're going to kiss the mat. So bring yourself all the way down, hug the elbows in, let yourself go all the way down, but push yourself back up to see how that feels to have all that weight. And then we'll do that to the other side. So you really want to see what it feels like to twist all the way over and how that feels as your elbows hug into your body. All right, and we're going to do the same thing now on our toes. So we're going to come on our toes, and you don't need to worry yet about lifting your glutes up, but we're just going to do this just to get the feeling. So now we're going to try to work the elbows into our body, but we don't worry about lifting the feet up. We're just going to lean over and come back. That's all we're doing. We're just trying to lean over and come back. And you can see, you can't really lift up anywhere by doing that. So the next step after this is going to be, you kind of get the feeling, right? You're like you almost want to fly.
Yeah, it's kind of a natural
progression.
as you lean into it. You can already feel where your feet need to be,
Right.
but they're not there yet.
But you really need to squeeze the inner thighs a lot together at this point. So from here, now we want to be able to lift up a little bit. So you're going to want to lift your booty off your heels as you do this here. So she has to be able to lift up the heels, but they will lift up naturally. So you just want to lift up naturally, and you're really close to the ground as you're doing this. So I want to get one elbow into my hip, one into my knee here, and as I go here, I lift my glutes off of my heels. And as I hinge forward, I send my gaze forward and out. And if I just go here, my feet come up. And even if my head touches down, it's
not
okay.
going anywhere.
You're so close. You're right there. And like I said, in the next video, we'll expand on side crow and some of the things you can do with your legs in side crow. But for now, we're just working on getting this twisting and what this part feels like. So right here and here, I have to lift my booty off of my heels. But once I get going, I'm just going here. And again, worst case, I'm so close. Boop, 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 done, done. So you can always stop the video and take some more time to practice. But we're gonna meet right back in downward facing dog. So from here, we're gonna raise the right leg high. And as we exhale, we're gonna come to a half pigeon. Right here, and if you wanna come to supine half pigeon on your back, because that feels more comfortable, you can do that. And then just release your forehead down onto the mat. We won't be here too long. Just rising back up onto your palms. Untuck your back toe. Pull that leg into your core. Lift it back up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. And half pigeon on the other side. And just take a moment to set yourself up before you come into your sleeping pigeon. You can plant your hands back onto the mat, untuck that back toe, pull your leg to your core, and lift it all the way back up to downward facing dog. Inhale, send your gaze forward, travel all the way up, and then have a seat on your mat. We're just gonna do a little bit more stretching here. I'll face Missy so we're not just sending we're gonna do a wide leg forward fold stretch
On the
here.
side here.
Yes, yes. So we'll start with lifting your arms up, and then we'll first take this little side stretch over to one side, nice and gently. And then you can face your leg, and just allow this to feel good. And then we'll rise all the way back up, and we're gonna do that on the other side. We'll first take the side stretch. And then begin to face over your leg. And then we'll rise back up, and we'll take a nice forward fold. And I'll scoot a little back so we don't hit each other there. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
And then we'll just rise all the way back up. And there's a lot more you could do here, right?
Right.
You could absolutely go into happy baby, some supine twists, different things right now.
Or even a good tricep stretch after all
yes.
those
Some little more chest openers, shoulder things here that we will add on our next one. But we know that you know those, and we actually have some great stretching videos and some additional ones that you can do right here on our page. But we want to continue on giving you these videos, and we hope you enjoy them. Please comment in them and share them. We really want to bring as much of this to everyone as we can. It's really a joy for us. And let us know what senses you have used, or what is your favorite one that you noticed, or if you try out using something else off your mat, and just really give us that feedback. We really enjoy it very much. We'll bring our hands first to our heart center, and just take a moment here in gratitude that our bodies allow us to move in this practice. And then we'll bring our thumbs up to our third eye, the space right in between our eyebrows. The student and teacher, and both Missy and I, we're so grateful that you joined us here today. We bow to you and each other, and we say namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.